Hi, welcome to part 1 of my review featuring the Quick and Classic Companion, an expansion for Quick and Classic, the light classic fantasy role-playing game. Now, because of what I have said in other videos, a lot of you already know that I consider the Quick and Classic role-playing game as the best rules-light fantasy RPG out there. And in this case, the expansion adds so many optional materials. You have new gaming options, new characters for example, properties, field battles, this is a mass battle system. You also have a way to play one-on-one, that is one game master and one player. There is also a bestiary, a world generator section, and it even adds psionics. So there's a lot to talk about when it comes to this expansion. Now let's talk about the quality. I am going to be reviewing the PDF, but in a couple of weeks I am going to be receiving the physical book. But when it comes to the PDF, I only have one criticism. There are no bookmarks and no hyperlinks. However, the document is 114 pages long, so it's just going to be a minor hindrance when navigating this PDF. But besides that, the quality is great. Everything is well written, organized and explained. The font is really easy on the eyes. The illustrations are black and white, classic style art pieces, reminiscent of what some would consider the golden age of fantasy role-playing games, the sort of fantasy illustrations that you would see in different products in the 70s, 80s and such. So overall the quality is great despite that criticism. And if you want more information about the core rulebook, of course, you can check out my links in the description. One link is going to take you to my complete review of the core rulebook, and the other one is going to take you to my solo playthrough of the core rulebook adventure. So there are going to be spoilers in that case. Make sure that you are the game master if you are running Quick and Classic before checking out that solo session. But the core rulebook review is spoiler free. Now let's talk about the contents. First, you have an introduction on how to use this guide. In the players section, there are new character classes, equipment and objects, as well as rules to manage properties such as castles, monasteries and dungeons. And a couple of subsystems to run mass battles and to play this game as a one-on-one as mentioned earlier. The second part of the book, which would be composed of parts 5 and 6, contains all of the rules and information for the game master, that is, the bestiary, the tables to randomly generate unexplored areas, wilderness, dungeons, wandering monsters, and the like. Now let's talk about the new character classes. These classes belong to the great fantasy tradition and open up new possibilities for shaping your heroes. You have the druid class, which can also be found in the official Quick and Classic adventure, The Heart of Etlanath. I don't know when that adventure is coming out, but it's great that the druid class is included in this companion. Let's talk about the druid. This is a class that is sturdy, but also quite spiritual. So you have preferred actions such as resistance. Your life points are pretty decent, but you are quite limited when it comes to your use of armor and weapons. You have a bonus when it comes to using your ability in Enigma about nature checks, and you can use it to communicate empathically with plants and animals. That is, sharing emotions, not language. You possess one spell and you start each adventure with one free dose of herbs. We will talk about herbs in a future part of this review. Then we have the gnome. The gnome is short, hardened and grey as a stone, with a twisted sense of humor. You have preferred actions such as stealth. Your life points are pretty decent, however you are not very good when it comes to carrying things, and you are limited in your choice of weapons and armor as well. Not as penalizing as the druid, but still a limited choice. Then we have the half-elf, the fruit of forbidden love between humans and elves. A half-elf has the preferred actions, life and special abilities of certain classes, such as the man-at-arms, ranger, swordsman, thief, and the like. In addition, due to the half-breed heritage, the half-elf can choose between these two possible options. Option 1, a bonus to ability in all charm actions with humans, but a penalty with all other creatures. Or option 2, a penalty to charm actions with humans, but a bonus with all the good or woodland creatures. Then we have the half-orc, fanged and brutish, mercenaries or brigands. You have preferred actions such as combat. You are pretty good when it comes to life points. When it comes to your special trait, you have a bonus to ability in threat, but a penalty to ability on charm. The penalty is applied before having the ability value. Next we have the psionic. Psionics are outcasts and pariahs, gifted by the gods with psionic powers. You have preferred actions such as Enigma. You are pretty decent when it comes to life points. When it comes to your special trait, you cannot use medium or heavy armor, but you possess a psionic power. This is a new special ability and we will talk about that in a future part. Psionic powers debilitate the body and soul. The psionic has a penalty to ability in resistance actions. It's interesting to note that in this companion you have effects on aging. Be it a curse or simply the passage of time, playing an adventurer a little long in the tooth always has its own charm. An adventurer approaching his third age has a penalty to ability in combat and acrobatic actions, but a bonus to ability in enigma actions. However, when age advances too far, the character will simply be a sleepy and shabby oldie, unable to do much more than titter and grumble. And this concludes this part of the review. In the next part we are going to talk about the new special abilities and the new combat rules. The new character classes are great. They do feel in theme when it comes to the archetype that they are representing. So the druid feels in tune with nature, the gnome feels a bit like a hybrid character, with some potential when it comes to combat, stealth and magic. The half-elf is also quite versatile, while the half-orc is definitely a bruiser. But the psionic, I think it's my favorite character class of this companion, because of how different it feels as a spellcaster when compared to the other casting classes. And the aging rules are great for long campaigns, or when you want to handle a time skip situation. Thank you for watching this part of the review, and thank you for your likes and your comments. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, the information on how to do that will be in the description below. Once again, thank you, and see you later.